Hi guys, it's Amy and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I do sincerely appreciate your time. I've got a couple different things to share with you today that I have completed. I'm late on putting a video out. I try to do that every 4 days, but as you guys know, things are getting a little hectic around here. So I am happy to put together this video for you and share some things I've been working on. The first thing I wanted to show is this is just a couple of beanies that I made with Red Heart with Love stripes. Such a pretty color. It's called Rainforest, upside down, Rainforest Stripe. So it's got all these different blue shades and the green in there is so pretty. And whoops, upside down. And I got 3 of these a long time ago, long time ago, on clearance for the price that I had seen one of these at. So I kind of felt like this was free yarn that I was working with. But I really think it's great color workup. And so what I did was the pattern for my Go To Beanie, which I posted before and I'll post down below again. But it is for a 5-weight yarn. And this is labeled as a 4-weight yarn, but they recommend that you use a 6.5 millimeter hook, which is what you use with a 5-weight yarn sometimes. So I went ahead and did the pattern for the bulky with this super fat 4, and I think it worked out just fine. It's done in the round. You start with a magic ring, and then you do a couple of singles, a couple of halves, and then you do 6 doubles, and that's what creates sort of this spiral. And then you start to work in the round, and then when you get back around here, you just decrease the last couple of stitches from a full double crochet down to a half double crochet and the single crochet, and just like we did to begin with. Or actually they're half doubles when you get to this point. When you get to the growth point, it's all half doubles. So you would do a half double and then a couple singles and a couple of slip stitches. But in addition to that, I added a front post, back post single crochet border instead of just a standard single crochet border. I did this sort of ribbed in just a little bitty single crochet, and I liked how that looked. So I've got 2 of them. I did start each hat in a new skein, but the weight is such that you could technically get these both out of one skein of yarn if you had the same tension as me and trimmed the same amounts as me and so forth. But these are going to get shipped off to K&K Crochet for their Bumblebee Mountain outreach, and I will link them down below in case you would like to participate in donating some hats to a really great cause. So I know that they needed some more men's colors or maybe just not flashy florally colors and things like that. So I grabbed this out and threw these together real quick, and those are going to go in the bag to get shipped off to them. Okay, the next thing I worked on is a pattern actually from Fiber Spider, and I am addicted to wraps right now. I don't know if I've said that before in the last couple of videos that I did. I can't stop making wraps. I think shawls are great, but there's something about that rectangular pattern that I'm being really drawn to. And I, sometimes if I'm working not really necessarily from a pattern to where I have that same amount of yarn, I'm working with what I've got and just trying to make it work. I like the idea of the rectangle pattern because I can stop anywhere I want or anywhere the yarn runs out. Sometimes with a V-shaped shawl, you've got to get to a certain row or something like that. So I really enjoyed working on this. He does use Red Heart Super Saver and we both used a 5.5 millimeter eye hook. So whether you want to use a Red Heart Super Saver or a standard worsted like that, what I used was stitch 101 acetate in this mist color. You'll see in a minute. And now this is 100% acetate, but they have the similar 50-50 that is 50% acetate and 50% modal, and it basically feels and works up the same if you've got that from the Hobby Lobby clearance sales as well. So I had 3 skeins of that, and I used up just about all of it because I like to work until I run out of yarn. And so here is that. Is perfect for my color work today. It is such a great little pattern. It's just these little, he calls them like eyelashes, and then here's the eyeball, and then when you do these little clusters, those are the eyelashes. And then I just did a single crochet border. So easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And my hair's blowing in the wind. It is cold out, even though it looks beautiful. It is chili. So yeah, super soft. Now I will say that I found, as I'm wearing black pants now because I went into work today, I've got white fuzzies all over my pants. So you definitely would want to wash this, or at least block it, you know, wet block it before you wear it, or give it away to somebody, because you don't really want all that shedding all over everything. The wind is blowing my papers. Just a minute. All right, sorry about that. Okay, and then this next thing that I made, I'm super excited about making it again. I loved the first one that I made, and I made this one with Red Heart Roll With It Melange, and I had 2 skeins of it and just worked it until I ran out of yarn. Oops. And so as you can see, it is there's shells on the bias. Come in real close so that you can see that. And then just chains. It's super duper easy. I absolutely love it. Again, it's a rectangle shape. Wrap it around, do as you want. You know, it could be a scarf if that was all that you were looking for. You could wear it up around your hair if you need to protect yourself from the wind. So I really enjoy this pattern, and it is Creations by Courtney, Slanted Shells Wrap. It was a free crochet pattern, which it says so in the link to the pattern, which I will link down below, obviously. And so it calls for about 580 yards. She used a yarn called Big Twist Yarns Gradients, which I don't know of. I try to look to see when did this come out. I don't remember from what I printed here. But, oh, I forgot something else. Hold on. But this is what I was working with. If you remember these, Hobby Lobby clearance hank of superwash merino in a size 1. And this as well, and I don't have what it's called, aged gold. So I thought those would go really well together. And now I didn't have that much. I only had 1 skein of this, 1 hank of this, 1 cake of this, whatever you want to call it. And so that's only 420 yards. So by putting the 2 yarns together, by holding the 2 together, I thought that it might go a little ways. So it's not that big. It's not as big as I would like it to be, obviously. I'd love it a little bit bigger. It still does come around. You could put a little pin in it to hold it to yourself, right, like this. You know, like I said, it could be a shawl only. I mean, a scarf only. You could, you know, wear it up and around if you had something going on with the wind, or just to block your ears or whatever. So I thought this was so pretty. Come in close, see those shells upside down like that. So some of the, this one was called, what I call it, April Showers. This one has all the different variations of the gold in it, as well as the different blues, and there's a metallic sparkle. I don't know if you can always see that. But, so sometimes where it went yellow with yellow, I just thought it was so pretty because it was like marbling, like see right here? It's just yellow on yellow. So I just thought those were really great colorways together. So if you saw the cowl that I made that was using a yarn similar to this that had orange on the bottom, kind of an orangey color on the bottom and the red color on the top, I was kind of getting to the point where maybe I wanted to do that with this one as well, because I've got a blue version of the solid, which I already started a different pattern with, which I cannot wait to show you. But I thought maybe for a half minute that I would do some blue on it as well, but I didn't think that until I was going, and then it's kind of hard to change it up. Like if you were going to do half and half, well, I didn't go a half, and I should have done stripes or whatever. So once you get going with it, sometimes it's too late. But just a beautiful, simple pattern. It's just so pretty. And that bias, there's something about that bias for me. So between the wrap and the bias, this has got to be my favorite pattern right now that I'm going to make 1,000 million trillion things of. So yeah, so you know, we're still in the season where it's sitting in the sun. I was at lunch with my coworkers because we have a new employee starting on our team, so I'm super excited about that. Ease up some of the extra load, and get a new familiar face, you know, get some new friendship and new fellowship since where we work. And so anyway, so we went to lunch, and half of the table was sitting in the sun, and I was lucky enough to be in the shaded section, but because the girls in the sun were sweating. So yeah, like we're at the time of the year where maybe it, you know, it's a little bit warmer in the sunlight than when you're sitting in the shade. Like in the shade right now, it's a little bit chill. And then if the wind picks up at all, then it's really kind of chilly. And so just sitting here with this is the difference that I kind of needed, and to not be cold. So even though it's a little bit smaller, I don't mind so much. You know, like I said, I can get a little pin so that it holds on its own. And normally you've got your arms to hold the extra length of a wrap like that or something. So, all right, guys, that's what I've got for you today. This kitchen, we've finally got the contractor coming out day after tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be able to get started soon, and can't wait to show you my finished kitchen. Okay, until I see you again, thank you so much for sitting with me today. Have a wonderfully blessed day, and please do come back and see me again. Thank you. Bye-bye.